So there's a heavy chariot. How long on stirrups for Corny? Oh, Corny can literally have knights anytime he wants them. He's buying heavy chariots at the moment. The gold per turn, by the way, Coupe is on 114 gold a turn. They are 230 as a team versus 70.
Mapuche is upgrading now, by the way.
I think gold's going to be a big problem for them, though. They're going to be outgolded by a
Yeah,
lot.
it
And
could be.
we talked about that as far as drafting. I've seen some people in chat talking about the drafting. And ultimately, not going naval, I feel like, you know, how much.
And I don't know, they didn't settle the lake also for the trade routes. I feel like they could have done one city both on the lake just for the trade routes.
Yeah, they could have done some sort of a setup that way. But then they have to defend it, right? And now Mongolia's in there, and
No, I mean the other lake between Khmer and Hungary.
oh, on the on the
So
further
that
left.
Hungary could have better trade routes.
Yeah.
It's not like Khmer is not making that many commercials, but Hungary is, so Hungary would have needed better trade routes somewhere.
Yeah.
It looks like Hungary is doing internals though anyway.
It looks like Falcon's actually coming to getting other +2 taxis, maybe. Or is he? What did he do with his religion here? Yeah, the only reason why he brings this over here is
convert the capital.
Is to convert his capital in order to
this
get
one
his
missionary
+2
gonna be
taxi.
enough.
That's the thing. Well, it's pop 6. He's already converted. Whatchamacallit, the second city to the left there. So did he actually spend a charge?
So that means that Khmer can also make missionaries from that city to convert his own capital.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So maybe that would be the idea. I don't know.
Does that city even have a holy site? Or which holy site? Wait a minute. The city is from. Okay, yeah, that is this. Yeah, okay. So the holy site on the right is this holy site for the city on the left. Okay. Oh yeah, because the whole that's right. The capital's holy site was in the mountains.
The stuff is happening there now.
Oh yeah.
And Dogmas are not. Oh, they are visible now. One Dogma to the archer. Okay. The walls are not gonna be on time for sure. Or maybe they are. He's got the builder. It's gonna be tight whether he can chop first or hit first with Dogma. What do you think? Who's gonna win the race? No crossbows for Maori, but knights next turn.
Yeah, he'll be able to pop a knight.
I went
and
desync
it looks
too.
like.
Wow.
Oh yeah. We have a couple of desyncs. You and Gary. Yeah, and he'll.
Yeah, Carrier's pulling me down with him.
Yeah. And he got a builder out as well, so he'd be able to chop the walls potentially. And he actually took the. Okay, so that. Ooh, well, okay. Yeah, if he has limes in, he can chop the walls next turn. Will slow things down a bit. The thing is he's already converted the city, so he'll be able to hit through the walls. He just put limes in. The city goes down. The problem is he can hit through the walls because he's brought a missionary and converted the city. So the knights will have to get to work. Ugh.
Yeah, the wall's useless now.
Yeah, the Tagmas, the knights barely do anything. Their carrier's in a little bit of trouble here. What's his science at?
You mean Carrier is in trouble?
Sorry. Yeah, what did I
Even
say?
Maori.
Yeah, Maori's in trouble. Is he not? Wait a minute. Sir John is sorry. Yeah, I obviously not.
He's gonna lose that one city, but then the Tagmas can like they're gonna have a hard time taking the two coastal cities, but then he can just direct them to Kavila too.
Yeah, he's got Toa's next turn into. What's his plan on science here? He's obviously gone bottom tree. Crossbows are still like 3-4 turns away.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to fight them without crossbows.
Yeah, he needs a lot. He's doing archers right now for pre-builds. He has a lot of money. As a team, they have a lot of money, so that's fine. I'm curious about where the Keshigs look like. Yeah, he's bringing the Keshigs around on land at the moment. And then, where's castles for noob? He's on construction now, so did he pivot off of it to get more pre-builds? I don't see more pre-builds coming. Noob's doing mostly simming, so he could just get like 3-4 coursers into crossbows to protect while the Keshigs come to do the work. Looks like we've got
Also there, but now they're gone. But, okay, so he means he won't take the city maybe this turn. Or even if he does, he can be retaken. Like it's crazy.
5 knights. How well do they hit into the knights? The Tagmas here. They actually even win, even with some ideal defense and stuff. They still actually win here. Does he have? He doesn't have a general yet, though. He was doing a project. How close is he on a general? Is a big question. He finishes a project next turn. It might not be enough to get a general, though. One project might not be enough to get him a general because he's like 40 off still. Yeah.
No, one project is not gonna be enough.
It's
gonna be close, so he gets it like. Yeah, but he needs 2 projects, so wait a few turns.
Yeah, he probably would be a bad idea to start another project in another city and get it going.
If he gets a general on the knights, then they are stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
On defense.
Yeah. He just needs a general.
General is making the difference on the offense here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a 4-point difference.
And but the thing is also he's got a lot more of them. But he's pre-building chariots and then upgrading more.
Yeah, and they have the gold for it, so.
And now their gold went there, so now Mapuche didn't get to upgrade.
Yeah, and you know what else?
That's kind of bad here.
Is if you look at Mapuche, he's actually getting pushed.
Yeah. That's
those
why
nasty archers.
He's losing all his pre-builds now.
Yeah.
If he loses all of those, then he's just dead.
Corny's
but he's dead anyway, but he'll be dead faster.
I'm curious about Corny's tech tree. Is he got to be close on machinery? No, he didn't even bother. So he's a long ways on crossbows because he's got all these really good archers. If you ever turn these into crossbows, yeah, I think we're going to reload because this desyncing is bad. Do a turn rollover and get a reload in. Whew, what a game. Gonna be very interesting. I like that it's kind of back and forth and there's a lot of, variables right now in how the game could turn out depending on how the play comes. There's kind of like, it's like each end of the continent there's conflict, and then there's in the middle there's kind of like, a couple people just simming away, and what can they do with that free sim right now? They don't seem to be doing a lot, honestly.
Yeah, that's gonna be the decider, and they don't want Mapuche to at least full die here.
Yeah, because
he needs to get at least a safety settler pretty soon.
Yeah, they want Rage to be able to keep free simming. If
he doesn't make the settler now, it's gonna be too late. Or
yeah.
It can be too late anyway.
I agree. I feel like that's a mistake some people make sometimes, is that they'll
they start making it once they're dying and not before.
Yeah. You want to you got to see the writing on the wall. Basically, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be dead in 15 turns. If I start my settler in 10 turns, I'm not gonna get to move, because you have to calculate. It's not when the settler finishes, or when the settler gets someplace that it can actually settle and be out of people's way. And sometimes it takes 10 or 12 turns to get the settler where it needs to go. Looks like they might be switching to a Falcon or Rage host, because TBD is going to... PB, thank you very much for the raid, PB. I was lurking in on you playing that game this morning. I didn't know what was going on, but it was interesting watching you roam around and look at signs. And
go to the bathroom while we load and grab that.
Yeah, it's fun playing different games, right? I know it's funny. I had this as just like Elder Scrolls. That's the name of it. Yeah, I don't know anything about the game, but it's fun watching. It's fun watching your friends play different games than they normally do. And obviously, you were like on the hard Civ 6 grind, which I'm familiar with. It can be rough. And now that you got that check mark, a little bit of freedom, you can do whatever you want. Boom. I'm going to spend my Sundays playing a game I love. You guys want to come watch? Love to have you. That's the greatest feeling in the world. And, yeah. It's, my drama with getting the check mark, or not in my case. Once I got out of that mindset of caring about the number and worrying about it, and you just get rid of that, like, you know what? Who cares then? I'll just do whatever I want anyway. And it's so good. I played Oblivion and Skyrim, which are TES 4 and 5, and I played 3, which is Morrowind. Yeah, Morrowind is the one you're playing now, yeah. So, yeah, it's great. You can just... More than anything, I could just feel what I know you're feeling. Is just like, oh, look at me. I'm playing a game that isn't Civ 6, and it feels good. Still waiting on a relobby, by the way. So we've got an interesting game going here, PB. And for those of you joining, thanks for being here. Thanks again for the raid. Welcome in. We are playing Civilization 6, of course. I'm sure you were all familiar with it. We are playing a huge game between arguably the best two teams on the planet. Both former Civ World Cup champions. Many of the top players there are in the world are in this game. And including the best player in the world, of course, Noob. And it's a good game, really interesting. Mapuche has gone full Aurel into Corny playing Molly, but he's defended it and is now counter pushing. Mapuche is about to get Keshig pushed and potentially Cursor pushed as well, so Mapuche is probably going to die. On the other side, we've got Falcon playing Byzantium, who got denied Crusade from Mali, by the way, who's pushing Maori. Maori's had a really good free sim on the southern part of their side of the world. He's getting knights up. He's trying to get a general to defend. So there's a clash on the left. There's a clash on the right. Really good free sim coming from Mongolia, who had some space. Noob's doing noob things. And then in the middle, we've got Rage and Carrier, I believe. Yeah, Rage and Carrier are in the middle, doing some free sim of their own. So who's going to scale, and it's going to be interesting. Oh, the relobby is up. Oh. I thought that they were asking for a different person to... Oh. Yeah, that's my bad. The relobby is up. I was reading the chat, and they were talking about asking for somebody else to host. And I didn't notice that there was a host up.
Yeah, that can easily happen.
Yeah, they were talking about somebody else hosting, And so I
yeah, I
missed
noticed the discussion, but I guess they went with the part anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. Daniel's asking on my stream that are the teams trading with the is the TBD able to trade off the back of the map? But they are trading right now. Maori's got a couple traders going to America right now.
Yeah.
So
Maori's
they get really good cash out of that.
Maori got a really good early sim. They went harbors and lighthouses in every city. They got and just went straight into big gold making.
But the main thing is that they're able to trade across the sea.
Yeah, exactly, and get those traders and actually be able to use them internationally. Exactly.
Which is kind of like Rage is doing internal trade routes, which is like
it's sad.
I think he should be doing externals just to support the money on the team.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, money could be the difference in the game.
No, if all his traders are, has he been switching them yet? But at least he was doing internals.
Yeah, he may have switched. Yeah. Thanks for the follows. Kick the rabbit.
Look actually that.
Shiggy Thor, thank you for the follows.
But, I'm looking at the traders. Let's see. What? Oh, I can't switch to Rage on these low sim. I was wondering why I can't view the traders.
Yeah, you have to wait until the game loads, and even on turn transitions, it doesn't let you switch around like that.
I think he's got some traders going to Mapuche here, actually.
White and Nerdy, thank you for the follow.
He switched some of them to external, at least.
The GIF was the perfect match for your username. Oh, what the? They see me rolling, they hating. Yeah, love me some Star Wars, as you can tell back here. Okay, we're in. But yeah, no, I was just kind of giving a quick recap to some people who came into chat.
Oh, they're the Byzantium's pushing now.
Yeah. They yeah, he's backing off the city. He's just getting his nice. Yeah, because he just without a general, right? He just has to give this city up, and it's gonna be.
But Falcon's gonna need some. He only has Dagmas here. Once if Maori can get a good line established, he kind of would maybe need some range support as well.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So like Falcon needs to get a few crossbows out as well. At some point, unless he's just like not gonna push the main cities and go to the right side.
Yeah, the knights.
He could do that. Let's raise this one and then go to the right. But if he wants to push through here, which I think he's wanting, then he needs maybe range support to kill all these knights.
You know, it's funny. You going to the right actually wouldn't be a bad idea.
I think because there's no defense there. Like he could do so much damage there.
He could just fly in there. There's not a lot of pillaging to do either because the cities are just getting up. But
hey, can I ask you, because you have more experience this, but can I look at the traders somewhere, like per player?
You can't look at their individual like the individual output of the traders, so you can't see where they're going and stuff. But if you if you get a trader and you hover and you click on the actual trader, you can see where that individual trader is going.
How do I see that?
You just click on the trader itself, and then on the bottom right.
Okay, yeah.
So you can individually click on them. So he's actually got a bunch of them going into.
Yeah, they're going to Mapuche now, so he's changed them around. That's good. They're getting some gold out of them probably.
Yeah,
but can't see how much.
Realistically, I would last move the city. I think we'd be able to get a hit. Oh, they're just discussing because there's no. So what's happening here, because there's no turn timer, there's no actual timing for waiting to get to last moves. So what he's saying is he would realistically take the city at the last second, and so he's asking if he thinks he could ever, if he would be able to like.
Yeah, but the gold output per team now, like the TBD is making 250 gold per turn, and the other team is making about 70 gold per turn.
Yeah, and that's a huge advantage when it comes time for upgrades and just supporting bigger armies.
If Maori doesn't lose more cities, that's going to increase. But if it starts losing cities, then of course that's going to change.
Yeah, you can see in the water, you can see all these trade routes coming across to America.
He's trading with La Venta mostly, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Some of them they might be going to La Venta because he could get to Baltimore, but maybe not.
But is going to La Venta right now.
What he needs is a trading post in Baltimore, right? I think once he gets a trading post in Baltimore, then he then he can continue through there to all the other cities.
Maybe 3 are going America. I don't know actually.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Not sure. They look a bit weird because they both are aligned south, but
yeah, exactly.
Actually, I guess I could click on them too.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like we were saying.
Yeah, you just taught me this trick, so
yeah. So
use it, okay, yeah. 3 of them are going to America.
Yeah.
Or maybe even these, so I just don't see the full text. Oh yeah, I can hover over it. Okay, they're all going to America.
Yeah, they are. So maybe he does have a trading post there because they're getting through to the other. Yeah, he must have established a trading post because there's no road yet. But when they get there again on the second trip,
it's actually looking pretty bad for Mari now. Like he's not getting the defense live in position fast enough, but I'm not sure. Like,
the biggest thing is a general. He really needs a general. He's still like, I'm not sure what he's making a turn without project, but he's still like maybe 3-4 turns away if he doesn't finish a project. And it's just that extra 5 is the difference. And he's actually coming right. Actually, some serious trouble for Maori right now.
Mapuche is in the arcade. That's actually pretty good for him. Everybody else is golden, but Mapuche is dark.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the +5 he gets from that is huge. What
yeah.
Mapuche could also do is make a holy site in the capital, but he can't because it's not popping up. But like,
yeah.
he could go for the science guard, monasticism or something.
Yeah,
but now, like we discussed earlier, Mali is taking the Mapuche city now, so it ended up being just like kind of free city.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
It was completely waste of settler. He could have safety settled that settler actually, like it would have been more useful. Okay, he's making the safety settler now in capital, by the way.
Yeah, you're right. There it is. 3 turns. The Keshigs are going to round the corner. And
yeah, those archers are going to melt soon.
Yeah,
I guess maybe can they upgrade some of them maybe?
Does
he have the tech?
Not a lot of gold on the team overall.
What is Mapuche teching? No, he doesn't, but he has 4 turns too. Okay, so how many are gonna die before he can upgrade? No, I guess that's the question. He's got 4 turns to upgrading archers.
The Keshig's just melting units.
So maybe you can tell me what to vote, like.
Cancel trade routes. Okay, so anyway, we'll vote for you. I'll go A, you go B. How's that?
First, so I go just B on
everything. So just go BU. On the second one, I'll go A recon. You go B recon.
Sure. The third one is just diplomy again.
Yeah, and I'll go AU and you go BU on that one. So you recon you. There we go. So cancel trade routes. So who's got the diplo favor? I'm pretty sure the advantage is on TBD by a lot. Look at that, 108 on Teddy. Maori at 68. Yeah, they've got a ton. They can control this so hard. Cancel trade routes. Kiss your goal goodbye. That's actually huge.
That goes into Hungary and it's game over.
Yeah, exactly. You cancel Hungary here and just kiss it all goodbye.
But it's not game over in this. I mean,
well, yeah, game over is a little extreme, but yeah, it's like kiss. They're going to be big.
It's called goodbye at least for now. But maybe the Byzantium can make up for that by pillaging some stuff here. But
yeah,
I guess not that much to pillage actually in Maori because you don't have any mines.
Because Carrier's on 8 gold as Khmer. Falcon's negative. Bartsake's just going to keep dying. The little bit he's making. And then Rage's gold is just going to literally disappear. Like, they're going to have nothing compared to 200 and something on the other side. Yeah, I honestly, I've brought this up a lot, and nobody ever really seems to jump on board. I think they need to nerf Congress a little bit. I think, like, maybe, like, I don't know what you could, but, like, doubling or eliminating tourism is a huge one as well. Canceling Congress. I feel like it's just so much. A game could pivot on one Congress coming up and one team having more favor than another, and it just.
I think this is a discussion that is kind of large because I think this is pretty similar than what they're having. I don't know if you follow the BBG server, but
I
or the
do a little
BBG
bit.
overall.
Yeah.
You follow a bit. So
Yeah.
like the idea is that so there's like a certain amount of players they kind of want to see like the Civ as a game to be close to like a game where every Civ is like basically vanilla Civ, that no traits. So I'm just like making it a little bit extreme the
Yeah. Yeah.
idea,
Yeah.
but they want every Civ to be like identical basically, so they're as close to that as possible. And the other part of people want them to be as far away from each other as possible, so they would be unique and interesting. So they prefer the like interest and fun of the game more over like it being like like to the extreme competitive in this way that everything is identical.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in here we have the similar argument with the Congress that it makes the game more interesting and varied to have a big difference in Congress. Small difference makes it kind of more competitive, but at the same time more boring, and it opens less opportunities in the game. Like, let's see here, you can like actually do something with the Congress. It will change the game. It will open new opportunities and things like this to happen in the game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of good for the game, for the viewers. It's good for the players who enjoy this kind of variety. It's bad for the players who actually want to have game that everything is like very close to like only small marginal choices basically on these kind of things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
personally, I feel like it's a good thing that it's a strong Congress. I really hate Diplo win as a victor condition, but I like the Congress otherwise.
I don't mind
So,
that there's Congress as part of the game. I just feel like, canceling trade routes can just literally cripple a game. And right now, I mean, Falcon just keeps getting more and more units, and
but I
they're.
feel like if you think about the cancel, like usually there's 4 players, you cancel one, it's not the end of the world. But right now, all of the trade is focused on one player. So in this kind of situation, it's a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like otherwise, it wouldn't be so huge as you're saying. Like if you compare it to like there's a +5 on certain unit, that can be equally powerful in a situation that
Yeah.
canceling somebody's trade route.
Yeah, and it ended up being +5 on heavy cav, which is of course kind of a wash here, except for the fact that they're being outnumbered by so much. Crossbows are coming up to help.
But that's a good thing that they will like is now the crossbows are weaker compared. So it kind of favors the Tagma even though he's defending with knights.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is just a lot of trouble right now. He's
So now it's gold versus Maori dying. So which is gonna be what?
yeah, I don't know. Like Maori dying like really
But
fast
now
here.
now we come back to the Moyles argument that maybe like Bartek dying completely is worth it for this situation to like have more chance.
Yeah.
Though at the same time, I think Maurits just had way too few pre-builds early. It wasn't about the gold. It was just he didn't have the defense line ready.
Yeah,
Like that has nothing to do with gold. Okay, he could have like bought more chariots or something. Also,
yeah.
if Mali had the money, he could have just bought chariots to get the defense up faster. But he should have prepared earlier, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the timing from Falcon was really quite good, and I think I think that John maybe like he had his sim going, and he got all his traders going, and he's like, okay, now I'll pivot, and then as he was just pivoting, he's like, oh shit, they're on the way, and I think it was just, I think the time it just wasn't quite fast enough. If he had like 5 more turns, he could have been so much more well prepared. But
yeah,
like
sure.
he didn't like if it had been like even though you could see the knights just trying to get going just as their push came. If it's even 3 or 4 turns later, there's a wall of knights there, and then archers behind them and upgrading, and it doesn't get overwhelmed. But when you can get overwhelmed because you just have so few units, it just the boys are in right now on Maori, and I don't know how he stops this landslide. It's going to be very interesting.
Well, if the capital falls, there's nothing he can do anymore after that, really.
Yeah.
And he's got a spy on him now too, so it's on another +3 for Falcon.
Yeah, and I was actually thinking the exact same thing, PB. He's bringing missionaries. I don't really see the point in building walls right now. I would just rather build units.
But he didn't like at the when he made the missionary, he didn't know that he need it or not.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like building the walls when he's going to be able to convert the cities and hit through the walls. It might be better off just building units as opposed to building.
He didn't make that much. He made 1 missionary.
No, I'm saying missionaries are great, but having built walls, the missionaries are gonna convert the cities, and
Oh,
then
you
the
meant
walls
building
melt.
the walls part.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
slows down
exactly.
to attack, and the wall was cheap. It's like one turning it.
Yeah, but even
Yeah,
1 or 2 turns, like this one over here, I think was 3 turns on the right. Like it's you're right, it's not crazy,
yeah. Okay, you
but
meant the defense, yeah.
like defensively, maybe you're better off just having units. I don't know.
But he wouldn't have made a unit, only half a unit from the wall cost.
I guess the mission
Or
is
1/3 a unit.
be curious. The cities are in high pop. He might not be able to convert. Oh, this is actually pretty high pop. He might.
I don't think he can defend anymore here.
No, I think it's over. I think it's. Does he have even a chance to get an escape? Maybe they buy him escape settler really quick here.
But the interesting part is gonna be, can America and Mongolia here kill Hungary? So like, okay, he kills Maori, but Maori is gonna be able to escape for sure.
Ooh.
I think. Or is he for sure?
Look to the left of Mongolia.
Oh yeah.
The boys are coming.
Okay, we are going for Khmer here now.
Yeah, Khmer is gonna lose this. Yeah.
But he's not gonna fall as fast, and he can face by units though.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but it's a preliminary push, right? What statistics going on here? Maori's on 97 science, obviously with this free ink, but he's dying. Noob on 95 science with Pimbrush. Noob's outsimming the lobby at the moment. That'll be important.
And that means that when are the Rough Riders coming? Actually, he's on printing now.
Printing. Let's check out his tech tree.
So he's 3 techs away on 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 techs.
He's 10 turns now on. Can somebody boost him?
2 bombards, kill a unit with a knight. Could he ever get a knight out and get a boost there?
Everybody's just doing printing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, noob can make
about 10 turns for the UU. But he's got the campus coming up before then, so it's gonna be, I mean, universities is gonna be shorter. Let's say 7 turns, 7-8 turns too.
Oh, by the way, the Nalanda Sues that I was talking about from Hungary has come in. He Suesed up those those swords, but the lack of gold kept him from being able to maybe make a musket.
Oh, and now I can look at the city states now. The real lobby fixed it for me.
Oh, there you go. Good. Yeah.
Nice.
So he holds Nalanda obviously now, which is big because it's the only science city state. That's a big pivot in the game for them to be able to hold that.
Oh yeah, Hungary killed Geneva. Okay.
Yeah. City-state control is up in the air right now. There's not a lot of it. Not a lot of good city-states to control, actually, is part of it as well. One Milan Raider.
Commercial ones are actually kind of important in this kind of situation. You have to remember that. In some cases, commercial can be more important than science too. Like the money is really important in mid-late game.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's 2 of them. Who's going to control is going to be big. Grandmasters and 2 on Khmer, and then he'll be able to buy some units. 3 horses, 5 Kashigs.
It's good to remember why money is important is because the unit upkeep increases exponentially all the time.
Yeah.
You have more units, and all the new units are more expensive than the previous ones. But your gold income doesn't necessarily at the same time increase as much. So you need to find ways to have more and more and more gold all the time. So that's why the commercial city-state becomes also more important later on in the game.
Look at the culture on Genghis Khan, 124. He's gotten Coliseum online now. It's a 5-city Coliseum, which isn't huge, but it looks like he's going to throw another city down. And the museums as well. He's probably picked up a writer or 2. Like he's just, another theater square coming. Going to keep scaling with more settlers.
Yeah, Hungary is doing some culture defense, but
yeah, not so much for a culture win, but just fascism timing could be really big here. Even like pushing his teammate to nationalism. Yeah, potentially. I mean, the only thing is that Falcon's going to be so wide, he could also pivot to culture defense.
At some point, but he's going to be late going for it, and Hungary is going to be under huge pressure soon.
How does CringePatrol win at this point? Falcon.
I think whoever wins this is up in the air. Like the Congress,
it's completely up in the air.
More turns. Yeah. Then they'll have again a little bit more gold. So like if he can kill Maori, that will also mean that he will have naval control. You have to remember that. Then he can attack Mali and America from the sea. Like he's gonna have in a good position to control the sea after he kills Maori. So you have to remember that as a victory condition for CringePatrol.
Yeah.
The Falcon is their victory condition. Now he needs to
Yeah.
like go and raise the coastals of Mali and America, and start attacking them like across the sea, like do a nice D-Day there, and then Hungary needs to hold here. At least he's got like a good holdable front, but like I just somehow feel the Rough Riders are gonna be rough for him.
Exactly. Literally
With the
rough.
Mongolia supporting, like they're just gonna start rolling in and now you think about the Mali, it's a slate coming, but now that they cleared this, now Mali can just like seam up and take control of this whole area here as well.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Hungary Zeus Nalanda, like you were saying, like, but he
Yeah,
didn't
no,
upgrade
yeah,
the
and
units
grab the
though.
swords. Yeah, they're all kind of holding on the chuck there, so it's not going to make too much difference.
This desert is really good for Mali to settle more cities here,
Yeah,
below Nalanda.
yeah, it's a very good point. Like he could literally, did he go monumentality again? No, he actually went free.
And this
Okay,
desert is actually like super good land. It's much better land than his original desert is.
yeah, no, it's true. He can open this up and kind of do a second sim here if he gets it going. The fact that he went, what's his faith yield right now? 56, so it's not great. He did go free ink for the big science, which is fine, but as it turns out, like he could have been faith buying some settlers and kind of moved over here.
Well, now we'll see if like
Yeah.
how is the trade-off. But I think like Moa was right that Maori is partially dying because of the Mapuche push. Like it
Yeah.
helped at least.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like he's not nearly in as good a position as he would have been if he'd just been left to free sim this whole time, right? And
Yeah,
that's
Mali would have been able to support financially more.
mm-hmm.
That does make there is a point to it, but I don't know how much. Like we discussed, like Maori should have made more pre-builds anyway. Like he didn't have anything to upgrade, so what Mali could have done is that he actually buys the pre-builds in gold. But of course, he could have gotten like a bunch more units. Maybe it would have made a difference. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, this game is really up in the air. Like, I mean, Ben and Noob are in great situations here to make a big impact on the game.
Yep, and Maori is dead for sure.
And
yeah.
then Maori is essentially just dead. So then Falcon's
But
in a good position.
he's not making a settler yet. Is he just gonna like die and not make a settler?
Oh god, I hope he makes a settler. I mean,
why he's got good science now. If he settled a few cities on the other side, I actually like he should have settled at least one city on the other side.
he's got pretty good gold here. He could buy him one.
They could buy him a settler, yeah. But
Um,
they're gonna have to start doing it soon.
yeah,
because
and he
there's
settler
not gonna
does
be much time to do it.
he does move pretty quick on the water too, so that's an
He
advantage.
could at least like this Wahangui, he could buy a settler there and settle next to. Never mind. I'm okay against thinking Khmer is on their team now. But
Yeah,
no, he can't do that.
yeah, you can't
But
really
like,
go right.
no. But like anywhere, like even near La Venta or something like that. Just get one city, and from there he can settle another one.
Oh yeah, like you could
somewhere else,
you could
near
you
Mongolia
just
or something.
buy a settler in Opango and just throw it down over here south of La Venta just to have something. There's all kinds.
By the way,
of
Nuke started
fishing
making
boats.
naval units now. He knows he needs
yeah.
to start doing that.
Oh, privateers as well. So submarine o'clock. I saw that he's also building universities. His science is going to get big. I'd like to see him get a couple settlers out to build some more campuses so he can scale with the game. But yeah, universities going
But
up.
it's interesting though that he's going for encampments instead of more rebuilds though here.
Yeah.
I don't know if he remembers the Rough Rider is a cuirassier, not because he's got only the cursors. Oh, he's not even taking Rough Riders. Why?
I don't know. Where is he? Oh, he's on Buttress. So he's actually heading top tree on Anubis. Very interesting. I mean, they're bringing Keshigs and cursors, and both.
I guess
generals.
he feels like they don't need it.
Yeah, like, maybe because I mean, crossbows are coming from the north.
He wants to get Unison to save Maori somehow or control the sea, but he's got only one coastal though.
I would like to have seen Noob on like 3 more cities right now, honestly.
And if he, I don't know, I think if he made like 10 Rough Riders, at least like pump out 10 chariots. Like he didn't need to build like knights. He could just build 10 chariots, and that's almost like it's
Yeah,
just
or
free
even
production.
like half a dozen, like
They have
just
like they have the money to upgrade the chariots to into Rough Rider. So now kind of this push is going to be Mali and Mongolia pushing.
Corny's up to 183 gold a turn, by the way. The scale is starting to come.
Yeah.
He's starting to throw down the
Getting
mines.
some mines done now.
Yeah. The big mines coming in. Cities are getting faster. I'd like to see him get like, yeah, just some settlers to the left.
Kalapoy is making a settler now. They didn't buy it.
He turns
Why didn't they buy it?
I don't know. How well does he hold on this? He's actually holding pretty well. The general's there now, and he's actually the units are holding decently well. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a purchase here. They got all kinds of money. I mean, they need money for other things, I suppose, but I mean, they can't let him die. He has to get out of here. I mean, he's got. It's going to be a while before these units can kill all these cities, so he's got a little bit of time, but I would have liked to have seen. I mean, they're starting to. Mapuche is starting to get close to death here. Oh, by the way, Taruga got. Or sorry, Nalanda. He lost the Sioux. They must have taken it and then taken it back. Because he lost.
Yeah, it's on rage again.
Yeah, it's on rage again, but he did lose the not the Sioux, but
he
the levy.
levies it again.
Yeah.
He gets more envoys in.
Yeah, exactly. But the money is
it's more expensive.
Really,
now.
yeah, they're really tight on
it.
money. They're really tight on money, making like 50 gold a turn as a team. Versus like even Noob's at 123 gold a turn right now. So he's at like 3. They're at like 400. Yeah, just about 400 to 50. So like it's
okay. Noob started going for Rough Riders again now.
Oh, okay. He might be going back and forth with his science.
He just wanted to encamp his up first and delayed it on purpose.
Yeah.
Or maybe the team told him to do it.
Yeah. Maybe he was boosting Buttress for somebody. Yeah, because Corny's on Buttress now, so maybe he was doing a quick boost for him. Although Corny's got 120 science, so he doesn't need it.
Yeah, Corny's going heavy naval here now. Yeah. And he needs to.
Yeah, it's going to be his responsibility to...
to contain Falcon here.
To control the seas. It's going to be
the sea control is going to be the decider in this game. I feel at this point now.
Yeah, it's going to be who can nuke versus who can't. Because when you think about it, if you look south of Khmer, you can hit pretty much anything with nukes from that area with nukes.
And Maori dying, it reduces the gold on the other team a lot, and it boosts Falcon up, but it doesn't end the game because TBD is ahead in the game on other front, like everything else they're ahead. Except Falcon situation.
Yeah.
Like you can see Mali is or also like top science now. Of course, it's because Free Ink.
Yeah, Free Ink. Yeah, versus Noob, who's got actual science. I will note Carrier is actually scaling pretty good here now, doing Khmer things. Universities are going up.
Yeah, he's getting universities.
His science is coming up nicely. Campuses are down in a lot of the cities. And
the Khmer culture is okay too.
Yeah, because it's so nice getting you get the Prasad built, and then you just start getting all that free culture. Like every one of these cities is getting a half a culture per population now with the Prasads built. Like it's pretty gross.
The Great Bath's faith files are pretty decent too.
Oh, he's got Watts as well, so he's got some Watts for science.
So who built Terracotta? Oh, that's a good point because the spies are still banned in this tournament.
Yeah, spies. Yeah, because of the crashing Scudvisor. What's Rage? Rage's stats are he's scaling a little bit, but considering his free sim situation, it's a little bit unimpressive stats at this turn. It's going to be about Noob and Corny, I think, in
I
this
don't think
game.
I see it. Does anybody have terracotta? I don't see it anywhere.
No, I haven't seen it. Nobody's building it.
Don't think anybody has it yet.
Ben's getting a lot of cities down, by the way. Really looking to scale now, building campuses. 2 more settlers out, 1 more on the way. He'll be at like 11, 12 cities. I would have liked to have seen Noob do this, actually. Is get like, not a lot more, but like 2 more, 3 more cities. Just.
But at least now he's getting the Rough Rider pre-builds out.
Yeah, here comes some knights.
How far is he?
He's actually chopping them out as well, so really
7 turns.
Kind of accelerating.
Okay, nobody's boosting it.
Crossbows, look, level 3 crossbow. But yeah, the crossbows are coming to help pelt the units here a little bit. Medieval walls on the way.
That's gonna be like important if he gets them.
Yeah.
But like you have to remember, if they shoot even 1 shot on the city, it interrupts them.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, maybe he should put a couple of horses in front of the city for just spam them there. For
yeah, just sacrificial, right? Shoot the horses, because not the walls, please.
They don't have a siege unit, so the medieval walls can actually hold pretty well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I would have liked. He only has 1 Keshig over here now. Like, I would have liked to have seen. I mean, I guess it's happening, but I just would have liked to have seen him die faster here. If I'm on TBD side, right? Like, just get him out of here quicker. Whoever gets these cities as well is going to get a lot of scale because there's campuses in here. Like, just get this done.
I think at this point, like, it's okay on all of them. Like, all of them are like relevant here. It's not such a big deal who gets them.
Oh yeah, no, I think at this point though, Teddy should probably take them just because he's the one who needs.
Yeah, because he's got the units that can't take them.
Yeah, and then if Molly wants to go big, he can build the stuff to the north more and scale more. Lots of good campuses over here as well. +4s and +5 campuses if he wants to keep settling. In the desert to the left. The escaped settler is on the way for Mapuche. He's going to get his hope is to get to the tundra as that escaped settler, and he's actually taken a road, so he's actually going to get there decently quick. 1, 2.
Khmer is banking terracotta. Oh, he just made it.
Oh, just made it. Oh, okay.
The search tool just didn't work. I was trying to search for it.
Yeah. For a while the search tool worked, and then it stopped working. Oh yeah, Coupe retook their capital. Oh, he's got Caravel. He's actually got the Caravel fleet. That's actually very interesting. That's actually very interesting that because it's going to be hard to control the ace. He's actually got caravels in the south as well. This is actually quite interesting. The settler is in the water. He'll just head for the closest piece of land, which is Leventa, I suppose, down. It's actually, look at all the fishing boats. He gets out of this tundra and work like 5 or 6 fishing boats.
Who does?
Leventa, south of Leventa, Mapuche. Maori. Can bring his settler down here with God of the Sea and just hit all these crabs and fish up.
Yeah, as long as the team can defend him there.
Yeah. Well, he's got, like I said, he's got caravels out, and he retook the capital, and he's got the caravel fleet with an admiral. The cities have actually been raised down the coast here.
Yeah, Falcon somehow. Oh, he's raising them. Okay.
Yeah, because he's having trouble keeping them because of the caravels on the water, which is actually really good for TBD. That he's not going to.
Yeah, because Falcon really needed to get some naval presence out here.
Yeah, and then the fact that Corny is going top tree is actually he's 2 turns on square rigging. He's actually got caravels. So yeah. If he, in fact, actually, there'll be liberates coming if he tries to hold a capital here. It's as simple as that. Maori actually lives here. Without a problem, because they'll still control the water, and there's no way that they can take the capital because it'll always get liberated.
Kind of out, but he's still gonna be here.
Yeah, so he'll actually be fine, no problem at all. The liberate can come in. Frigates, like you said, in one turn he can go square rigging.
Yeah, Mongol doesn't have Victor anywhere, so he's not doing a Victor spy.
Yeah, he's just doing. How many turns on?
I guess Khmer did the terracotta says to deny it.
Ballistics.
He didn't have a spy himself.
Yeah, ballistics and 4 on noob.
Basically to deny terracotta from Mongolia for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be good. Okay, so medieval walls are actually still going up even though the walls are going down. So it's not delaying them? Oh, it did. Okay, so they just started hitting at that turn. There you go. That makes sense. They had just taken half the walls down, and so they got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of pre-builds. There's a bunch of heavy chariots,
train
bunch
of
of
knights
knights.
coming.
Yeah. The gold is up to about 600 across the team. 650. It's almost 700 actually. So there'll be lots of gold for the Rafale.
Yeah, it's not going to be a problem. They're making 500 per turn right now anyway.
Grandmaster's Chapel on Corny means he'll be able to faith buy units here a little bit if he needs them.
It's interesting though, actually, like if you look at the Cringe gold situation, they're almost negative team-wide right now.
Oh yeah, it's so true.
They're still on like plus 10 total. But
yeah,
like
but still, like compared to the 700 or whatever is being made on the other side, or 600 and something, that's a pretty big deal. You know what I was going to say too is one of the annoying parts about getting canceled is that not only are you canceled for those 20 turns, but you end up doing internals, and you have to wait for those internals to finish before you can send them back out international. And so it costs you 20 turns, but it almost sometimes costs you 30 or more before you can actually get the internationals up and running again.
Yeah.
So it's a while to get that cooked back up. It's really frustrating.
But they did that at the start of the era. They got all cancelled, so he put them internal. It's 20 years, 20 turns, and then 20 turns for the trade routes, so you can immediately kind of put them going.
Yeah. If you do them right, if you do the right ones, yeah.
But what do you think? What's going to happen in this game now?
Oh, it's tough.
How is this going to play
I feel like TBD still has an advantage just because they're just out simming right now. It feels like, although Carrier is scaling really good. But Corny's got a great game going. Noob's got absolutely sick statistics going.
If you think of what is everybody gonna do with the game,
yeah.
Like what are the situations? Like the problem for the Cringe is now that they lost the naval control. So if this game goes long and late, how are they going to fight the sea when the nukes are going to start coming on them?
Yeah.
Like how are they going to be able to defend that?
And honestly, I think that the game overall is evenly distributed enough that I think ultimately it will come to that. I think it will come to a naval battle that, or not a naval battle, but it'll come naval control that TBD will have.
And TBD has that right now.
Yeah, it'll come down to naval control. Like here comes the caravels from Corny.
Like Khmer should settle some coastals or something, so he could actually get a presence on the sea. But he's not really doing that. He's got a couple on the northern sea, which is right now protected, but the ice will melt. So if he can get really good cities on the northern side, maybe that could be important.
Yeah, Falcon's going to be very sad here in a second because there's caravels and frigates coming from Corny, and he 100% liberates this city here now.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he doesn't have enough units down here to control all this in the south. Like, yeah, it's going to be... yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Falcon's back to simming. He's got settlers going everywhere. Settlers popping. He's going to need to scale. But it's going to be hard to get back on the water, right? Like it's hard now to get on the water because
yeah, but they can settle this inland sea in the north and then get like a big armada out there, navy. That once the water clears out, they can come out.
Yeah, that's true. He could settle to
like
the north.
They need to like plan for the long term here right now.
Yeah, hope and then get some factories built and start melting this ice.
Yeah, it's like that's one thing they can do here. Yeah. Like what now with the victory conditions actually. Like not much is happening with Diplo win right now.
Thanks for all the follows, guys.
The TBD team. So like maybe is there victory condition in play for Teddy on Diplo win?
Could be Diplo.
And then
they did win the first vote.
Culture for Mongolia, like there is no super good defense right now, but of course that they can probably make up. So that they can. So culture win is gonna be a bit more difficult at this point, I think.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like maybe science or Diplo here.
Son of Thor, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. Best of luck, Norm. Great stuff. I'm glad you're enjoying Son of Thor.
But if you can take cities.
I appreciate the biddies. Thank you very much for that. And thank you for all the follows as well.
But we'll have to see what the Rough Riders do then, if they can like really push through here.
Silent Bob, Space,
field cannon pre-builds here.
And Makonsa, thank you for the follows.
But yeah, the Rough Rider push is gonna like, we'll see if that can end the game earlier here.
Yeah, next turn, they'll probably give him, I don't know how much gold he'll need, but whatever he needs for gold, he'll get it.
Yeah, ballistics next time.
Yeah, and then it'll just be Rough Riders. He'll just literally just melt through everything.
It's like, how many is that? Like, it's about like 12 Rough Riders, I think, right now.
It looks like the Corny looks like he may have overcommitted with his crossbows because he actually lost a bunch. Yeah, he lost a lot of those high-level crossbows. Not that it really matters. At this point, he's the naval guy anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like, he's
yeah, he killed a lot and prepped him off for the.
Yeah, exactly. Prepped him. Basically, gave him a little warm-up job before.
At least he prevented the medieval walls from being built. That was big.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then, yeah, at this point, it's scaling. I think turn 72, Corny might just be saying no thanks to more cities, I guess. Or
what
maybe.
Do you think? I think Hungarian front city needs walls pretty soon.
Yeah, I think Hungary is going to have to start like this is almost like an intuitive spidey sense that you have to have at this level is, you see noob science, you've got to figure that the Rough Riders are coming quick. You know that your neighbor's going to melt here. You better be ready. You better start getting some units. You better get some walls. You better start trying to block this kind of 3-tile choke here south of your Miskolc or whatever that's called. Like he's got to figure out a way to, cover himself off, or he's going to be griefed heavily, very quickly. If you're not ready, for sure.
Diplomatic quarter coming up in Mapuche New City.
Mapuche. Oh, up here, yeah. See, I'm surprised he didn't try to get into the tundra, but I mean, I guess nobody else, they're not going to settle anymore. They just said go ahead and grab it here, but it's kind of vulnerable still now,
Yeah,
like if he gets up,
get a few Rough Riders through, it's like
yeah, like exactly. If Rough Riders ever went skipping through, I wonder if they've seen that. I'm gonna take a quick
It's not
look.
that hilly though, like in between the Hungarian cities.
What's interesting is that TBD has not seen that land yet, so they don't know where that settler is.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked there now, and they actually haven't seen that land. But yeah, if they ever got past Rage here,
how hard do the Rough Rider Corps they can like three shot the city here?
Oh wow, yeah, he has nationalism as well. Ouch. 82 to 48. They one tapped all the crossbows get one tapped.
Yeah, and it's the +5 from Congress too.
Yeah, for another 5 turns, he can get him in there. And he's even got a field cannon core that'll just absolutely shred. He was trying to repair the... See that? That was perfect. The outer defenses were going to get repaired next turn. That Keshig jumped in there just in time to get a shot off. So that'll actually... what he should actually do... Oh, no, it's too late. The turn's done. What he should actually do... or what he could have done if he had the time is turn that off, because he's gonna... This is going to be a wasted turn of production here.
He did put on crossbow in.
Oh, he did, actually. Yeah, he did. Okay, there you go. Oh, I wanted to see over here. So the...
Oh, he raised lower Maori City.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's raised there now.
If he can raise Kalapoi, that's a big thing.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to try and get that raised. I wonder if Corny ever brought... He's got a bunch of frigates there. If he ever brought those over and started slapping the units, maybe he could help keep that city. How far on Maori on frigates? Oh, he's going education now. So he's...
I don't know where Corny is actually going with this.
Well, I was kind of assuming that he's going to come in last second. And...
But if he can take Tomatu actually for himself, now Corny, he could like start making up.
Oh yeah, Corny could actually take it for himself. Yeah. The only question is having enough units to hold it, like with frigates.
But he can buy them.
Yeah, we could buy units with freight. Yeah, good point. My thought was that he was going to move these units in last second and liberate the capital, is what I was thinking.
And I mean, capital can be liberated anytime.
Yeah. So he
sure they'll be liberating that as long as Byzantium keeps taking it.
Exactly, which means... And well, the thing is, at this point, Falcon doesn't realize that Corny has... Other than, I guess, maybe if you looked at his military score and saw almost 800, maybe you'd be thinking there's boats somewhere. But he doesn't know that this is about to happen, right? But
yeah, that's why he's keeping them out of the range now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's going to do us...
Let's look at the Rough Riders here again. Now
oh, yeah, Rough Rider action. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There goes the first city.
Yeah, the Rough Rider cores are just going to tap everything.
I love units that get something from killing us stuff. That's the main thing. I love Gorgo. I'm happy that Gorgo got big buffs so that you actually get to play it. It's so much fun to capture from killing units.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is just literally just tapping all over the place. Yeah, the crossbows are just running for their lives because they're getting one tap. They're like, oh god. There's no way he's gonna get... No, he's not gonna get to field cannons in time. And then, yeah, so you'll start to see... This is where Rage has got to start getting things in place. He's getting his crossbows in place. He'll probably have ballistics. Yeah, he's got ballistics in 2. So he'll have field cannons. He'll try to get set up. Of course, being set up on hills is actually not ideal. Because the Rough Riders get plus 10 there. But he can get moved into field. The other question is going to be money. As a team, he's not even going to be able to upgrade that many field cannons because of money.
No, like 1 or 2.
Yeah, so like that's a major problem. He's actually got pike and shots coming as well now, so...
The team is actually plus 1 gold right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like they've got 200 gold or 200 something gold between them, but they're not going up or down right now. So unless you can get a pillage economy going,
3 turns they can actually get a little bit gold, but it's not that much what Hungary will be. But it's something anyway.
It's the unique unit. It's the Rough Rider unit gets the plus on hills. That's why. It's just the unique ability of that.
It's on only hills also.
Well, yeah, there's no, but he gets the Rough Rider is plus on hills, and then they're also plus 5 on defense on their own continent or plus 5.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's broken or not because the only good thing only really good thing this Civ has. Like otherwise, it's like just small bonuses here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So in my opinion, it's not broken, but I understand
No,
many people don't
well,
like
I
these
mean,
bonuses
it's
overall.
yeah, it's interesting, right? But I don't think it's broke. I mean, you consider some of the other units, like the Guard Imperials, are disgusting, right? Like those
Yeah,
are.
but they're riding on BBG. They're nerfing every unit that has a +10 bonus, so they're just killing them all.
Yeah.
Like a flat swoop. In my opinion, it's a bit extreme measure. I like Civ to have unique and strong abilities, but this is like back to the discussion we were having earlier, whether like Civ should be a vanilla thing or it should have strong bonuses or not. Same like with the Congress.
Yeah. So you can see here, you can see the +5 for military alliance, but then you get the +10 for combat on a hill, and then +5 for adversary revolution. So that's the Congress. He's getting into
Mongolia
play.
just overtook me in culture. Oh no.
Oh no, dude, get your monuments built, bro. Oh, by the way,
Which could set up with pike and shot, but he's not building those, Daniel.
the liberate occurred. By the way, the
Oh, he's
liberate
getting
occurred.
a pike and shot out now.
So they're easily
But
going
I
to win
say
next
pike and
Congress.
shot is gonna be a bit late though, maybe.
Yeah,
He's just gonna get
he's gonna need
one
more than one or two.
yeah, it's gonna be in 2 turns. Like the Rough Riders are gonna be there in 2 turns.
Exactly. Like he'll
They
just
have one pike and shot in front of the city.
he'll
But
literally
how
just
much?
run past this
No,
last
he
city
will
for
just run
Mapuche.
through that one pike
Yeah,
and shot, man.
just run right down the road that they've already made for him. Like he'll just.
This is what I said earlier, but like you remember I said that maybe Hungary should start building the walls already.
Exactly. Like
That
what was
like
that?
10
4 or 5
ago.
turns ago, we're like, I was like, okay, he's got some crossbows, but they can't even upgrade, and you might want to get some, walls and start preparing because they're literally just going to kill these last 2 crossbowmen and then go flying down the road, and they'll just take out the last CringePatrol or the last Mapuche city whenever they want. Like it's whatever.
Yeah, this 40 defense city strength just falls so fast.
Yeah, like straight up melts to these. Yeah, Hungary could very well get rolled if they don't like they are, but they're actually getting an encampment
Oh, you
training
dropped
project.
again.
What's that?
You dropped.
Oh, I did drop again. What the hell? I swear to God, I can't remember the last time I dropped out of a game. And I've done it twice this game.
Okay, if you want one field cannon core upgraded in Hungary, let's see if that's enough.
I don't think so. Whatever you do, don't put it on a hill.
It's inside the city now. But yeah, like this is gonna be rough for Hungary, man.
Yeah.
All he's got is 3 crossbows and 1 field cannon, and then 1 horseman in front of the city. Gonna be a pike and shot there too, but he really needs walls right after the pike and shot, man.
Yeah, walls, and it's just
He
this
does
is.
have a general though now.
Yeah, as I say, he was running a project.
But it's that general is a renaissance, yeah. It doesn't help.
Yeah, he was
It
running a
helps with
project in one of his cities, I think. So he's trying to get a. I think he's trying to get an.
Yeah, he's trying to, but yeah, it's gonna be a
It
few
might
more
be a
turns
while.
at least
Yeah.
to get it.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, the thing is, he's not gonna die to these Rough Riders, but will he lose 1 or 2 cities?
Well, yeah, he could even if you lose
one city. But
yeah.
if he loses 1 city, then the Rough Riders will kill Mapuche.
Yeah, exactly, because he'll have access to the last Mapuche city. Yeah, it's true. Like even if he takes one city, maybe
something, I think.
Gets in and griefs him a little bit, does some pillaging, and just wrecks his game. I mean, honestly, it's what can Falcon do to scale back up, and then what can Carrier do on Khmer right now? That's going to be the big thing.
Yeah, and they're gonna need some like coastal presence, so they need strong coastal cities, but they don't have them. Like, I don't know why they haven't settled on that. Like I said, this is about the pre-planning for the end game. Like, if they want to actually win this game, they need to have strong coastal cities and pump out ships from those if they want to have a naval presence somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they're giving up on that idea. I feel like they don't want to go for the naval presence here, maybe.
Well, yeah, and this becomes the point where the other guys have got such an advantage that there's nothing you can do.
But that is a huge advantage to have naval control.
Yeah.
Especially like if you look at the map shape, but you like the map winds in such ways that you can get the nuke subs and carriers in areas to control almost the whole map.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be really difficult if you don't have any naval presence. Like even if you nuke out of the land into the sea, but you need to get vision on the subs and everything. Like it's not easy.
Nope. It is not. Okay, I'm back in here finally.
You can do it with fighters to get vision on them, but yeah, the end game is an area that like I guess like most regular like games, they don't really go to the end game. It's only tournament games and like serious games that these days really
Yeah,
go to the end
exactly.
game. And most players are not that experienced with playing the end game like all the way like around and through.
Yeah, I talk about
Like
that a
they
lot.
don't really have that like forward thinking to the end game because they're not used to playing so much.
Yeah, no, it's true. I talk about that a lot when people are asking, like, because people will make mistakes with like lining with planes and nukes and stuff like that. What is? Oh, infinite turn. Oh,
But people have been learning the end game more. Like those who play a lot of tournament games, they usually like most of them like do know what to do in the end game though. Like these days, like if you go 1 year back, like there were only a few people who actually knew how to play end game in CPL or in
yeah.
the French league. But now there's quite a lot more.
Mm-hmm. But it's tricky because, like you said, when you're playing like regular 4v4s or 6v6s and stuff in the games, like it gets to turn 80, one team just is like, oh screw it, I don't think we're going to win. Who others fighting, right? But when you come to like games like this, it's like if you think you have a chance, you keep fighting, and then you get to the tanks and you get to the airplanes and the nukes and.
I personally kind of miss the times I used to be in like CPL2. The FFA games almost always went to the end game, but like they don't really do that anymore. The games were kind of cool.
So Mapuche did settle a city down
Congress
here. Okay.
So I go for B.
Yeah, you vote for B
like
again. I'll go for A.
My mission is time, so it doesn't really matter what we vote for. So
yeah.
maybe great work, highest minus for me.
What are you gonna do?
Minus on me again. Culture.
What did you pick for the top one?
Great work, highest minus.
Oh, great work. Okay, no worries. And then
maybe we go minus on you this time for the votes.
No, it's fine. Just go with you. It's fine.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, not at all. So great work.
I go minus, great work.
Yeah, yeah. I'm A across the board. You, sorry, great works. You and you, and yeah, that's it. And a relatively insignificant Congress, honestly. I mean, somebody will probably get canceled on borders, but my guess is that it'll be all about giving Noob 2 more points on the Congress.
Yeah.
And then maybe they try and cancel because they do have a huge advantage.
They have so much more depot favor.
Yeah, they have so much more. They could probably, if they get lucky,
all they need is 1.5 people to vote, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, Corny's got his frigates over here trying to keep Falcon off of the city, trying to keep another city alive for him, but it's not looking great. And like you mentioned, the if Corny can actually take Tau Mutu himself, and then Faith buy some units, could be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, because right now Falcon's military is like, it's not super strong right now. And Corny's got the financial backbone and now decent science, actually more than Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if he wants, he could get some military presence here too.
Yep, for sure.
It's just an option that he has here. But he's not taking military, so I don't think he's gonna do that. He's going top 3 right now all the way. I think he's getting labs now. Just preparing for the nuclear game, basically.
So Falcon actually made gold, and everybody else is normal or dark. He actually went back to monumentality, so he'd be able to use some faith to get builders and start scaling his cities and that. I did notice that there's actually quite a good sim going on Carrier now. He's actually scaled to 200 science. Him and Noob are basically in a heat race, and then also really good sim, obviously, on Genghis Khan, who's been free simming it and has a lot of cities now. And running projects. Okay, so everyone's preparing for the Newton race at this point.
But I think this is like a missed opportunity by Carrier that he could have got a naval presence here.
Yeah, it's true. Like he could have settled some cities on the coasts, and
he's so much ahead in science.
Yeah.
If it's just like pumped out some rebuilds, he could have a fleet that actually could take on the other team.
And the thing is that he could have teched all the way to industrialization without going bottom tree. Because he's completely free sim. There's no way anybody can hit him with units for a long time, so don't even worry about the bottom tree.
But at the same time, all of his cities are within nuke range from nuclear subs. So
exactly.
He's in a really awkward position. Like he's free simming with science, but what is he gonna do with that science then?
Yeah, exactly.
Like he can't space win here because they have nuclear control. So what is he gonna do?
Hello, Ryan.
Like it's extremely difficult.
I'm not your father. Tomb, the GPT is not looking good at all for them. It's basically flatlined. Now, they will be able to start getting trade routes international again from into Rage, because he got canceled in the last Congress, but it's going to be a matter of trade routes finishing. Like you can see there's trade routes here. They're all internal. They just need to finish before he can actually send them out again.
There's a good question on my stream about like the nuke subs and whatever, but like mobile SAMs events is like a triple promoted nuke sub like Armada. It's just not a fair fight because you can't like make an Armada out of the mobile SAM.
Yeah.
So like the nuke will go through the mobile SAM with high probability. The mobile SAM can defend it, but it usually does not, even if you have a triangle.
So the walls are going to come up here for Rage. It's going to be interesting. He's got one pike and shot there, and he's got a couple of field cannon cores. Another pike and shot coming. Couple more pike and shots coming.
Oh, look at Rage's city.
Oh, wow. Just one. The problem is that it's going to get walls.
He has the walls, but there's so many Rough Riders. He can kill all the units around it, and then the stuff surround it, and knock it down.
Yeah.
The defense strength is not high enough. He can take down the walls just with the Rough Riders. It would be nice if they bought him a bombard, those with the team gold.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the play. That's a very good point. Is just buy him a unit.
He has to go for a reason, so I'm guessing.
Yeah, noobs, exactly. 1,300 gold. I can only imagine that's to buy. What he could do is give his niter away, buy some catapults, buy a couple catapults, and then upgrade them. Yeah, because the walls are there. I love that he's bringing a field cannon core along as well.
He got 64 of it though.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I guess he's not doing that. That's fine. Just buy it. They got the money.
I mean, he could just queue up like muskets in every city though.
Yeah, he could do that. But in either case, with that much money, you could just buy a couple bombards and take care of the job. But like I said, and you mentioned it earlier.
Oh, he gave up the money to.
Oh yeah, he gave the money to Mongolia for what? What is he doing with all that money? Oh, did they just buy Newton? Yep, he just bought Newton with it.
Right.
Yeah. So what happened was they gave the money to Mongolia. The scientist before came to Noob, so Noob's like, here, take my gold. I'm going to take this scientist, and then you buy it with gold. So I don't know how much it actually.
Didn't even need it for it.
Yeah, he didn't even end up spending it. I thought so. I don't know. Maybe that was just in case you need gold. Here, take this gold.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if they can. I think they should buy a couple bombards here now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The city would fall with them 100%.
Yeah, the tempo it'll give to taking the city as opposed to having to wait forever. If you take the city quick, then the next city's in trouble, right? And that's the capital. You can get in and start pillaging.
Yeah, it definitely is worth it here because like you can see he's killing all the units around the city, but if he had one bombard, the city would go down so much faster.
Yeah. But like I was saying, I love that he's bringing like even one field cannon core. Like it's always nice to bring one or two, really strong ranged units with an attack just to help wear down units, and speed things up. Because yeah, he's in. He is in. Looks like he did get a general, though. He's got a second general. I'm assuming one of these is an industrial. Yeah, he did get an industrial general on Rage.
Yeah, good old Gustav is here.
Oh.
It's kind of like interesting, though, that Gustav is not... well, I guess you have other nationality generals, but...
Yeah.
He's a mercenary in the Hungarian army now, the Swedish general.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. He's a Swedish heritage.
Yeah, Gustav Adolphus is like one of the most famous kings of Sweden.
Oh, okay.
And one of the most famous military commanders in world history too.
Oh, cool.
Like, yeah, he was like during the 30 Years' War in Europe. He won a lot of battles. He was like the Napoleon of that time, kind of. Sweden was a bit weaker power than France, so they didn't conquer the whole Europe, but he conquered a lot of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he conquered the northern Germany and Baltics and like that kind of place, like a lot of...
Yep. Yeah, actually, in fact,
here.
Offbeat's just mentioning that he was actually the Swedish leader in... oh, here comes the Bombard purchase. Nice. The Swedish leader in Civ 5 was actually Gustav Adolphus.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think that CringePatrol is being a little bit lax, thinking that Mapuche is safe here. They only have the one city. He's building diplomatic quarter. They're definitely going to be able to buy him a settler. And I mean, if they take this city, oh, GG's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not shocked at that. I was hoping that they would try and fight it out with two people still relevant.
There was no point. They should have done the things we were discussing to have a chance to fight it out, because they lose the naval control and gold completely. And what are they going to do without both of those things?
By your actions this
exactly right. It's just it's 100% naval control and gold. And what do you do? Like we were just saying, they can't even afford to buy units or upgrade anything. It's yeah. And I think ultimately some of that comes down to the draft a little bit, is how things got drafted out, allowing the naval essentially to go free to the other team. Yeah, it's rough.
I mean, they could have taken a naval civ anytime they wanted.
Yeah, also. And they didn't. I was surprised by that. I'm curious. Hopefully they'll come and have a chat. I'm sure they will. I'll keep my eye on post-game talk. Hopefully they'll jump in there after they've had their discussions. Yep, there's actually Falcon. We could jump over to the post-game talk there now.
Yeah, let's go.
GG's.
GG.
Man, as a great man once said, if everyone on my team killed one player, we would all win.
Yeah, we were discussing a lot of things that could have been done differently in the game, that we might have turned out differently. But maybe one thing was starting with the draft also.
Yeah, not going naval civ. Was that a calculated decision?
Or like no gold,
and not much gold either. Yeah.
Naval civ. Got roasted with one fucking.
I mean,
and don't tell me.
I think we should have gone Dido instead. I think Hungary was dumb, but I mean, you guys preferred Hungary then.
Dude, Hungary was supposed to make gold.
Gold generation.
Yeah, Hungary can make some gold, but
I think we would have been better off with Dido.
Also, I mean, you guys are just talking out of your asses now. All of it.
Yeah,
no, shut the fuck up. No, shut the fuck up. If we had any city-state near them, this entire fucking game to help,
I mean,
we would have disrupted Mali. Like, if there was a city-state near Mali in combination with Mapuche, or me, or you, or anyone else, he can get fucked. But no, he spawns top right. No, you're full of shit. If you ever seen Hungary gameplay, there is city-states that you can use.
I've seen it in games where monkeys play, in games where normal humans play. They will kill every CS around them.
No, you can't do that always.
I mean,
it can be sometimes situational, quite useful, like Falcon said, but it's a bit like random.
So if there was a city-state within 10 tiles, he could have helped her. No, Mali spawn on the coast. in the top right corner.
That's what
Behind America, like what?
One other thing we were discussing about Mapuche, was it the team decision that he doesn't improve any tiles in his land and just chops everything for horses, and like he doesn't improve anything so that they don't get anything when they kill him? Like, was it a decision from the start or something curious?
Every tile worked were improved. Were improved.
You had only 2 tiles with the improvement.
They're also carrier buying 3-2 banana off me, wasting gold. No, that was the dumbest thing you've done this game.
Dude,
I
chopped like 10 mazes. I don't give a shit.
I didn't mean it as a negative thing, part's sake. I was just saying that it was kind of a good strategy since like you send such a huge Irel push into Mali. Which
I felt if I don't spam production, like Mali will just take over, and the time my units move, it was like too slow. I couldn't.
Yeah, and you did Irel him a little bit and slow him down, which allowed Falcon to push Maori probably better. So that helped probably for that. Although that didn't pay up.
Yeah,
to
it slowed down Corny's tempo a lot, but unfortunately, Corny did a good job of defending it, and then he was still able. He had 6 or 7 cities out already, so he could scale pretty quickly.
Yeah, it didn't slow him too much, but it slowed his goal generation that he could have given to the team, but it didn't matter too much.
I don't think you should have slammed my Bastion cities with your horses.
Yeah. I did like 1 or 2, and it was too much.
It hurt.
The thing, I was really too far away, and I couldn't bring Archer.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. Like,
if you had a road between your city there and your cap,
yeah,
you know, that would have
maybe
helped a lot.
Maybe I should have built the settler earlier.
What do you think, Bart, if instead of this like full-on horse Irel, you build 2 more cities and put your campuses down a bit earlier? Then you could have like done like little bit Irel and Malons.
No, I mean, there's no way he survives against Draft Fighter and Kashix anyways.
By the way, John, how great is this Civ?
I don't know. I was just being greedy dog and I got punished super hard.
Why did you go to that side though?
What do you mean?
That was
right?
Yeah, it was pretty ballsy.
I mean, we saw the shallow, like on.
It looked like an island to us.
Yeah.
From our point of view, what we saw on the map.
Turn 2 or turn 3 island.
And John also first met the continent, so we thought it was pretty safe.
Yeah, at one point I saw you, John. You had like 6 or 7 cities. They're all building harbors and the lighthouses and stuff. And I was like, okay, this is gonna look really good. It's gonna be big gold. This is gonna be good. But then it just the timing to get defense up just was a little late. And I just be curious.
Yeah, I thought I had more turns and I didn't, and I died.
No, I like if you saw what I did, I went pen brush.
Yeah, I know you went pen brush.
Like there was just like the tempo on that opener is just disgusting.
Yeah, it was just tough because like it was just you were so close to being ready on that river too. Like a few more turns, you'd had a bunch of knights there and crossbows, and it just the timing was fantastic, and it was just a little bit too overwhelming. And once you're behind, it's just rough.
Yeah, no.
Did you guys have vision on any of my cities, by the way?
Not until you settled them.
No, the one I settled on the inland side.
Yes.
Yeah, I was pretty sure, but.
No, they can't see the one that you're talking about.
10 city Colosseum, and that was.
I'm loading in.
So I wanted to tell that.
Ben, the city you're talking about, they can't see.
Who won, by the way?
I mean, this was amazing Mali spawn. Like I don't know.
Non-Mulator won.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this is amazing Mali spawn.
It is. Like why? Like he has 1-2s to work and 1-3.
That's like a standard Mali spawn.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was god tier at all. He had 1-1-3 to work.
No, his spawn was good, but his positioning was god tier.
Positioning was pretty good. Yeah. It was.
I mean, I said earlier, like I had 2 really good cities, and the rest were kind of god awful.
I mean, we would have remapped this if we but strategically it doesn't work for us to remap here because the geniuses blew it on the irrelevant game.
I don't think we
You had one left, no?
Here, no?
Yes, but we figured that our chances of beating you are slimmer than beating the other team, so it's better to use a remap to beat the other team.
Okay.
What's the other team?
I would look at it the other way and say the other team's probably an easier beat.
We were not discussing to remap this at all. Like
yes, it's easier to beat, but that's like if you have like you can still lose if you have a bad spawn against.
I just spotted the banana.
Yeah, the banana purchase.
By the way. on your team.
But he's such an ape. I can't believe it.
Third ring banana purchase
That's the
next to where
banana.
you're about to settle a city.
Where is it?
You can see
What
my
do you think
stream.
of Carrier?
No, no.
I think it's great. I just think like I mean I couldn't settle a lot of like I had
TBD
to
one.
settle really far because of
CC.
the way the map was shaped. I also had
Did
to settle
you-
into every ally's face. Like I just didn't have space for
Did you
like.
build terracotta to deny?
Yes.
Also, a question why Carrier, you could have maybe made some naval presence. Why you didn't go for it?
I didn't want to risk it because I figured I'll have to deal with Mongolia at some point.
I mean, if you saw him wins, he probably just.
I think, I mean, of course, I would have maybe liked to build terracotta later, but I think like you have to build a wonder to deny it. It's pretty useless for you, and in exchange, I just get the good wonders. I think it's a pretty good exchange for me.
There's a pretty
I mean,
gross out of
I
Manaki
know,
as
but
well.
I think if we let you get it, I didn't know if you're aiming for it, but if
I
you
wasn't
get
rushing it.
yeah, but if you do get it, it's like just
Yeah,
+6 on everyone.
It's undefendable. But I mean, I had to gross it to Menanki.
Yeah,
Without
exactly.
it,
Out of
my
Manaki was
finds
sick.
would have been so dog shit.
I mean, I had no position for Colosseum. All my cities were so spread out because
Yeah. Look
shit
at this
land.
beauty. 10 cities.
What Pantheon did you end up taking? Actually?
Nice.
I think I screwed up. I took Sacred Path, but I don't think it gave me much value.
You think Flatland is better?
Yeah, I was thinking. Of
I think so
Flatlands, yeah.
too. I think so
Yeah,
too.
I was thinking of, but also Rage needed flat points, so I was like,
I
I'll
got
let him
flat
have it.
planes. Feels good, man.
I know,
It was.
yeah.
Always when I play Khmer, I have to go flat planes. It's really like bumming me. But Carrier, if you made naval presence, I think Maori would have maybe died here.
Yes, but then
Because
I
you
don't
were
think
ahead in
so.
time,
It's-
you would have had
it's-
good
I
naval.
mean, he wouldn't die
But
ever.
what
Like he
gold
would
do you
just send a
upgrade any
settler.
boats actually?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
He
kind
might
of
have not
agree.
been
I
able
feel
to send
like
a settler in time.
I felt like Carrier had a great game. Like he scaled. Like Khmer just scales so well. It was really well done. But
I mean, we didn't scale gold wise though.
no, not gold.
Yeah,
Gold
no,
was
no,
really
no,
rough.
it
No,
was-
it was especially once as soon as the first Congress came up, we're like, oh my god, they're so screwed.
Rage, why didn't you also this Adriatic Sea, the little sea between you guys? Why didn't you guys settle like a coastal on that to get better trade routes?
Well, which side?
Just the
The
little
one
one
that you
between
were
you
near.
two.
Say where.
I mean that sea was contested by. Oh, you mean the one on
The
the
one
right?
Just a
between
little
you and
tiny
the
one,
Carrier.
yeah, with the two turtles.
I mean,
If you put both city on the shore, you could have like.
I mean,
sent
me
trade
and
routes
him
through
were
that.
not trading because
But
we
he
were
could have been
military
traded to
ally.
you.
I mean, we
But
can't.
okay, you needed to do it differently then. But you
Yeah,
could
but
have
we
been.
couldn't because if we did it differently, then we would
Yeah,
be without
timing was
military
off.
alliance. Yeah, the timing was super.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Why you were trading? It felt like the setup would have been better for you guys to trade and then just have Mapuche be the
I mean, it
military.
was about like tempo
for
I
I mean-
tag mass.
Yeah.
Like actually doing stuff.
I think the game's just gold diff.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
gold,
it was
yeah,
fun.
gold. It was all about the gold, I think, for sure.
What can you even do without any gold?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we should.
Especially when the other team's got 500 a turn.
It was
We
kind
should
of
have
funny. You
taken
guys were on
Maori.
+1 gold.
I mean, we were planning to pick more in the second phase.
Yeah,
first.
no, but I'm saying we should have taken Maori instead of Byzantium in first phase, maybe.
we
I
were
don't
Yeah, I
Supposing you
think
would be
picking
representing.
like
But then we have Mali Byzantium.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was the thing. We
I
were
I mean,
Yeah.
guys,
I
like,
mean, we will
guys,
ban
like
it out.
Carrier's talking shit now. He's like, oh yeah, we for sure take Byzantium here if we have somebody to play. And I said, okay, if you want me to pick,
I'm
I'll
saying
pick
we
it.
made a mistake. No, yes, Falcon.
I
there is
don't think it
something
was a
called
mistake.
admitting a mistake.
I don't think it was a mistake. Like, I think a mistake is you not being able to go commercials to make gold.
I went commercials. I just
You were
like I
zero
have.
GPT. You were negative GPT.
I
on
know.
full
I still
freeze,
have
man.
5. I had 5 commercials. I mean, it's my trade routes to you because you also don't have commercials are not that good.
I do
That's
have
true.
commercials.
Yeah, you had 2. my
I'm
friend,
looking
2.
at your plaza placement. What the fuck is that? Everywhere.
Courtney, check how many commercials I had.
Okay, that's
You have
one.
7 merchants a turn.
It's
Actually-
two.
I count 2.
It's three.
Oh, 3, yeah.
Yep.
3.
Oh,
You got lots of
it's true.
hippodromes.
He did have commercials. It's just that it wasn't.
I
very many
did.
of
No,
them.
that's four. Four.
4, and I was building in the new cities.
Oh yeah, you're right. There is 4. Yeah, there's one up north there. I missed.
Where?
I mean, the map was
what
just
what new
awkward.
cities?
I think you could make GPT if you'd set up your arena, by the way, Carrier.
Oh, he's got another commercial tab in 4.
I mean, I
in
don't know from which
Dyrrachium.
way. I don't get trade routes from Falcon. I don't get trade routes from.
You do.
Rage. Yeah, 3.
I mean,
trade
4.
routes.
I had 4 traders.
wait,
or
I have
5.
to go now. GG.
Yeah. GG.
Yeah, I
GG,
got
Rich.
everything. GG, guys.
Was fun though, getting bopped by Mapuche.
Yeah,
sure.
it was tight. We were watching that closely. Like you had to start chopping horses. Always not fun when you're chopping horses as Molly, but
It's really rough when you like wanna shift enter a turn for your production, but then you also like can't shift enter units.
yeah.
Like you have to plan in advance. Always.
I think Dido instead of Hungary would have been huge.
I mean, we just can't ban all the stupid civs like and this shit.
Yeah,
like
there's too
through.
many strong civs. The banning phase is just so weird
Like
now.
we just knew they were gonna pick Mali, Mongolia, and there's nothing you can do because your alternative is to what? Give them Spain, Maya, another cancer.
Yeah, and Gorgo and all that crap. Yeah,
I think
it's.
actually Gorgo was a bad ban.
I was
Also
wondering about
ban
that
the
myself,
Ethiopia,
honestly.
that wasn't so important to ban, maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the Ethiopia ban, to be honest.
We
Actually,
wanted to just have better.
Like nowadays, you just have to think like 3 phases in advance, basically, right?
Yeah.
Like in the first
Yeah.
ban phase, you're already thinking
I mean,
about
we were
what you're
picking-
first picking in the next.
We were good thinking of picking Victoria, but you guys banned that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
we were
kinda,
set on
that
Vicky
kind of
as well.
blew up the gold. The blue. The
Japan's
gold
always a good pick too, though.
We were talking about Japan. I don't know. I was not a fan of the Hungary pick, but the guys wanted it. I don't know. I think in like a top tier game, I don't think.
I mean, this
Hungary is
wasn't
good.
a Pangea. This was fucking Fractal.
That's true.
Yeah,
It is a bit of a weird
Like,
map.
like
This
you
is just a
guys
coupe
had
map,
nice.
dude. This is
Yeah,
a coupe
It was almost
I mean,
like
okay.
it was almost like 3 continents. Like it was just so
It was
dissected.
me and Coupe on a Pangea over here, and the rest is just dumbass Fractal.
And then did you see the continent split again? Same as broken as yesterday.
It's kind of funny. All the continents are on
Yeah,
Falcon.
literally, Falcon had a
Everybody else is on one.
Falcon had a quadruple continent split. Everybody else is on the other one.
biggest red continent.
Wait,
fucking
what the fuck?
America.
Yeah. And then I don't know if anybody saw this one game yesterday on the Inland Sea where there's 2 continents in the top left-hand corner that weren't even settled by the end of the game. It was just 2 continent Inland Sea. Like it's back to broken again somehow.
Yeah, BBS working as in. I didn't even realize I was on 4 continents.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Literally.
any TFT?
There you go.
Oh, GG guys.
Yeah,
Good
GG.
game, everybody.
It was
Well
well played.
Was
Well
interesting
played.
to watch and interesting strategies.
Yep, it was good. It's a good game. We were curious about. We were talking a lot about the remap possibilities, and we're like, it was just, I don't know. We were debating about whether or not Mapuche on Mali, with a kind of average spawn, was remappable, but you chose not to.
Of course not.
Because Big Corny's on the job. Don't worry about it. No, you did well. If you defended it well, you got just enough units in the right spots. Bastions was perfectly timed. You had that river to kind of hold with your archers, which was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was well done. He almost got a flank on you on your northern city. Got a couple
was pretty
pillages.
close on that one.
Yeah, you just got enough units up there to hold it. But yeah, and I really liked you. I think the thing I liked the most is when you started settling south along the coast. To secure lots of trading lineups with,
I mean, that's
with Noob.
I knew right away that that's the way I had to go.
Yeah,
for sure.
You couldn't settle towards Mapuche, obviously, other than the one good city.
My coastal city was like 150 GPT from Reina.
Yeah, I was
trading.
I pointed that out. I was like, because all of a sudden, I kept looking at the goal per turn, obviously, because it was so crucial, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa. Noob's got like 160 gold per turn. What the hell's going on? How did he do that? And I'm like, oh, Reina. Reina in the perfect city. And it was literally the conduit for like 15 or 20 traders. Just freaking crazy broken city right there with the gold.
I feel like this whole Hungary thing is just completely misunderstood still. Like people pick it to make gold, right? But like Hungary really only works in like compositions where you already have gold, so you can spend gold to levy.
Exactly. I've seen they've seen it with Jack a lot, but when they do it on Ulysses, but again, he's not getting it to be the goal maker for the team. He's getting it, okay, commercial ops first, and then yeah, and then you convert to Warsiv. Yeah, and it's just, I was just like, that can't be your only choice on gold. Like, I mean, Dido's sitting there, Japan's sitting there, like, you're giving up the ocean. Like, I still think that Carrier sitting on this inland area, like, he could have easily, that Arctic Ocean there, he easily could have settled some coastals there. He had no need to worry about bottom tree. He could have went straight to industrialization on Freesim, I felt like, and settled the coast and contested it, because otherwise
against Maori.
Well, because Maori was having to contest. I'm talking like maybe like turn 60, like convert. You know, once Maori was in trouble, kind of thing. Because two good teams facing off against one another, and with a weird map like this, it was going to go to nukes if it was going to go anywhere. Like, and if you've given up control of the water, then what's the point? Like, there was good simming on both sides. Both teams are going to have a chance. The gold ended up being the decision, but if it wasn't for gold, then it's control of the ocean, right?
It's kind of true, yeah.
And if you're just giving up control of the ocean, then I don't know.
And sometimes you just can't contest, though.
Yeah, and especially when you don't pick a naval civ.
Yeah, that's true. I think not killing Kabul is a missed opportunity for them, by the way.
Yeah, it could have been done for sure. It was, you know, the other thing was funny too is, and I think Falcon did a really good job slowing down Maori's tempo by raising, was it Muscat the first?
Yeah, that was kind of silly.
Yeah,
like we should have probably bought the unit sooner so John could like start hitting with the unit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just had a little bit more, because like I think what happened was his Falcon. I meant to ask him is he brought his scouts and warriors down really quickly, and I think he probably read the situation that, oh, he's going to try and take Muscat. Maybe I can get in position, and sure enough, he did, and just barely figured out a way to get it done. He literally had 1 HP on the scout that took the city, and it was just like,
normally, if I can interrupt you a little bit, but thanks a lot for like casting together. It was a good time we had.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pleasure to do it with you, and well played for Noob and Corny still here. Good game, guys. You played really well, both of you. It was a pleasure to watch it happen. So thanks a lot for everybody. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. So
all right, bud.
I'll see you guys for the next one.
Yep. Talk to you later, man. But yeah, I thought it was good. It was a good play by Falcon to do that, because he was getting a lot of tempo. He's gonna have 7 cities really fast, and that just slowed him down a bit. He had to replace that city essentially. But it was funny because he took that, and then he had the other city that he ended up taking. He had to raise to open up some settles. They couldn't keep it because he'd already kept a city state that ended up losing. But it was kind of a funny little combination. We were making a joke because he had lost
Falcon's, the one. Yeah, Falcon's push worked out really well.
Yeah, because it was funny when I saw him go pen brush. I was like, because you obviously denied Coral, and
yeah, did he not even try for religion at all? Like, by the way.
Well, you know what's funny is you did it so fast. We were looking at other things, and you had actually stole it before I even recognized it, because I saw him projecting, and I'm like, oh wait, is new project or sorry, not is Corny projecting? I looked over, I'm like, he's not projecting, and then all of a sudden, you already had it. I was like, holy shit, he did the full package denial. And yeah, sure enough. Although Feed the World actually worked really well for him because he had like planes gang for days, so that really helped to not actually have Coral. But on the transverse, he just went pen brush and got really good timing. And
I think if you're playing pen brush Byzantium, like I think you just like open with something else other than Holy Side actually. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, it's true. I
Like,
mean, he just
make it.
Other than I guess he was hoping. Yeah, I guess other than he was just hoping. He probably was hoping you would actually get. He maybe wasn't thinking you were going to deny. Maybe, I don't know. Although the deny made a lot of sense. But yeah, he didn't really push it that hard. I just noticed he had his second city building building the holy site, and then the first city was doing a project. But I don't know. I can't remember if he had the third city going. Or another settler. I can't remember his timing now. Oh, there's Falcon. There it was. +6 taxi. So Falcon, quick question. I'm trying to remember your timing because I missed it when the game was happening. I missed the timing of your projects versus Corny's because I just did. Corny had it before I realized he had projected it. Scout, Settler, Holy Site, Settler. Okay, so you went Settler after Holy Site instead of Project. Oh, and they didn't give a shit about Crusade. Okay. So, because Corny was, I think, just making the point that if you're not going to worry about Crusade and go pen brush timing, then why not just go with something other than Holy Site as your opener?
I think that works. It's kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm. And he was kind of thought his game would be ruined by Mapuche. Oh, so you were kind of counting on this being ruined by Mapuche more, I guess. Oh, I guess the taxis is key, I guess, too, yeah.
Actually, if you didn't even make a Holy Site early, you wouldn't have gotten the City State race.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good point. Yeah, you need the city. Yeah, exactly. Because I noticed that because when you brought the mission to take that Atara Pa or whatever it's called, you had the missionary there, and I saw him building walls. I'm like, maybe just build units because he's going to hit through the walls anyway. Yeah, it ended up being clutch. So it's interesting that you weren't even worried about Crusade, and I mean, I guess you would have taken it, but you didn't want a project that you wanted to go 3 cities to get more tempo, I guess.
You can definitely just do pen brush, though.
Yeah, pen brush does the trick for sure.